on Wednesday. Can I get hands? Who was not here on Wednesday? Was Justin here? No. Well then I'll just get you caught up in a minute. Everyone else, ooh, you know what we did not get to is what in your notes, where did we leave off? 26:30. 26:30? Okay, so we still have 4 plus 3. 7 minutes. We still have 7 minutes to get through in the reading. So before we discuss this, because some of you don't have notes yet because your section hasn't happened, we're going to start with the reading. Then we'll move into the bell work discussion. So everyone needs to get the Fahrenheit 451 copies out from under their desk. You should have your group worksheet out already. You've got your notes out filled with figurative language and characterization. Yes? Okay, I'll get you another one. You have it? Okay, cool. And then, did I move anyone around to rearrange for absences? Yeah. What did I do with you guys? I was there. Okay, so go back to your spots then.
Wait, should I take it?
No, leave it. What? Okay, I'll give you another one. Do you remember what your thing was? Yeah. Okay, who does not have their group sheet? I thought there was like 3 groups. Anybody not have the group sheet? It was you guys? Alright, may I have your attention, please? No. Okay. Allison, what page are we on?
16, 17.
16, 17? Around, like, bottom, middle, top?
I got it from her. Where?
Where are we? Okay. What was the time? 26:30?
Yeah.
Everybody open up to page 16, 17. We're going to get to about page 20 today. So. I'm going to take us to like 26 so we get about 30 seconds of some review.
Nobody knows anyone. Strangers come and violate you. Strangers come and cut your heart out. Strangers come and take your blood. Good God, who were those men? I never saw them before in my life. Half an hour passed. The bloodstream in this woman was new, and it seemed to have done a new thing to her. Her cheeks were very pink, and her lips were very fresh and full of color, and they looked soft and relaxed. Someone else's blood there. If only someone else's flesh and brain and memory. If only they could have taken her mind along to the dry cleaners and emptied the pockets and steamed it and cleansed it and reblocked it and brought it back in the morning. If only. He got up and put back the drapes and opened the windows wide to let the night air in. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Was it only an hour ago? Clarice McClellan in the street, and him coming in the dark room, and his foot kicking the little crystal bottle? Only an hour, but the word had melted down and sprung up in a new and colorless form. Laughter blew across the moon-colored lawn from the house of Clarice and her father and mother and the uncle who smiled so quietly and so earnestly. Above all, their laughter was relaxed and hearty and not forced in any way, coming from the house that was so brightly lit this late at night, while all the other houses were kept to themselves in darkness. Montag heard the voices talking, giving, talking.
We're in that box now.
Leaving.
That Montag hears voices, right? It's his neighbors talking. He's trying to go to sleep after his wife's stomach. Questions up here are, what impressions do you have about these 4 characters? And what figures figurative language gave you that impression? So first up, discuss that at your table. Make sure you cover all 4 of those characters. You've got 4 minutes to do so. Go.
Or he doesn't want to see like the bug. Or he always thinks like his wife. Oh, I just took 2 pills.
I know. It's kind of because like in early he said that he was never that
How much did you
be
wear?
happy or feeling
Yeah.
I feel like instead of like being oblivious, I feel like he more so ignores any type of negative feeling and he suppresses it. Like I could be wrong, but like once he was asked that question, he realized that he did have I don't know. That might not make sense, but
I also feel like he didn't maybe exactly really know
yeah.
because society
That
world.
You're like built to feel a certain way because like she didn't even remember taking the pill and she like so I feel like when they like cleaned her blood out or whatever, like it made her, like it helped her feel like better mentally. So I feel like everybody's kind of covering.
No, but she was so depressed that she overdosed. And the doctor, like, can you like smoke in the future? Is that what they thought we would be able to do? Because he's always smoking, so.
But I mean, they obviously don't think very much. She didn't even.
He cares more about the $50. I would too, no offense. He's like, where's my 50? Yeah, it's just my job. It's my money too.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you need examples from the text. Those should be in your notes of figurative language.
I forgot to put examples. I just gave like overall little summaries, which is not very good. I don't know, I might be completely
That's like it said
doesn't know.
the handyman. They were like, what did they say? Someone else like 2 houses down did the same thing that Mildred did. That's yeah.
what gave me an impression of
Yeah, but I don't have evidence. Like I know where to find it. I just don't.
for like how Clarice like after you the way the person
Are you happy? Just walk away.
One more minute. Keep those conversations going. Cover all characters.
he had to no I wrote it down. The presence of her makes
Yeah.
it like
The other, I mean, it can be recited. Like I would talk about, for example, oh, the man that's like, oh, that's the part you have this. That's like, that's so different. In the figurative language, it's not that. All right, may I have your attention, please? All right, we're going to talk about Montag first. You know my expectation is hand from every table. Okay? So, what impressions do you get of Montag, and what figurative language led you to that impression? Hand. Yes, girl. One more table. There we go. Oh, I guess there was another tip. There we go. Demia, start Start us off, please.
Okay, so for Montag, I used our first impression of him was like, he's very like, I don't know if I should use the word succumb to society, like he definitely plays a common role, like,
Oh yeah, he's in it.
yeah,
And he's all about it too, right? He loves
Yeah.
what?
like burning books. So like one of the pieces of figure language we used was the special pleasure, it says the special pleasure to see things eaten. We thought that was like,
By
usually,
flames.
yeah. Kind of shows that he like enjoys his job and like enjoys like seeing it happen. So we thought like I don't know, that just shows that he's really into what he does.
Okay, and I would say that's Montag from page 1, but even
Yeah.
we see a growth in Montag in this first couple, like 20 pages we've only really covered, right? So, good, that's a good first impression of Montag. What else we got? Hands back up. Is that all we talked about? Is he likes burning stuff? Because he definitely grew past that in the 20 pages. Reading on 2 tables, 1 table. There we go. Allison, what else we got?
Okay, so this isn't really figurative language. Can we use
That's
dialogue
fine.
instead?
Well, dialogue is getting you to characterization, right?
Yeah, okay, cool. So, right before he goes to bed and takes his sleeping pill, he says, I don't know anything anymore.
Oof.
So that's kind of him realizing, like, my life's basically a lie. It's all scripted for me. I'm not doing anything. I don't know what's going on.
And that's page 20 Montag versus page 1 Montag, who's like,
Yeah.
yes, I love burning books. And now he's like, I don't know anything anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, we're seeing some character arc there. Nice. What else? What other impressions do we get of Montag? There's several pieces of figurative language we haven't referenced yet. Odin?
This is kind of towards like the middle-ish end, but this is when he was starting to realize, like, I don't think I'm happy. He just keeps repeating to himself, like, I'm not happy, impossible, how can I think of this? And this is when they use the infamous mirror reference that he just repeats over and over again, and he's not happy, and he, like, sees himself and, like, mirror reflects, I guess, like,
Who is his mirror?
Clarice.
Clarice. She's the reason why he's having all these thoughts, right? So, yeah, she has reflected these new thoughts into him. She, like, planted them with that question, are you happy? And he realizes he isn't. He never would have had that without her, right? Good. Then that's a great segue into Clarice. Let's talk about Clarice. I think some of the figurative language that I enjoyed about her would have been like the wind as we see her for the first time, or maybe her eyes. Remember Bradbury's description of the eyes? Bring that up into this conversation, please. Hands from every table.